Guys, today I want to talk about ginger fresh from Appalachian Valley, natural products, and Anatolian treasures. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about AVAT the company, then I'm going to talk about the product itself. I'm going to give you some basic information, tell you what you can use it for, then tell you my opinion of it. My name's Sharon, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe below and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. Okay, so let's get started. I call the company AVAT. AVAT. I've also heard it referred to as AVNP. Now, to further complicate the matter, there's another website called Ancient Healing Oils, and they look like they're copycats of each other. Now, the story behind these websites is kind of interesting. So, AVAT used to be a wholesale-only company. It was not open to the public. It was owned by a man called Butch Owens. And Ancient Healing Oils was and still is owned by a man called John Krosky. John was a customer of AVAT. Eventually, Butch from AVAT decided to retire and he offered the company to John. John purchased it, and rather than merge these two companies and websites together, he decided to keep them separate. He did make one important change, and that was he opened it to the public. So I do not have a business. I do not make any products to sell or give away to family or friends. I simply use essential oils for myself and my family, and I can purchase from them. In addition, there is no minimum order. So I know a lot of companies out there, they have a minimum order, and that's really off-putting to a lot of people, especially as you're getting started. They don't have that. They also have, if you purchase $35 or more, free shipping within the continental U.S. Now, if you're not in that area, they have something called shared international shipping. I have no experience with this. I have heard that what he does is he'll get you a shipping quote, and you can decide whether or not you want to proceed with your order, and if you do, somehow you split the cost of shipping, which is kind of nice. Now, one awesome thing about AVAT is that they have samples available. So I'm going to show you guys what some of their samples look like. So this is their essential oil. Now, this is 0.3 of a milliliter. Most of them are 75 cents, and this is a carrier oil. This is also 75 cents for this. They say the carrier oil is about 1 milliliter. I feel like it's more. I feel like there's probably 2 or more in here. I have not measured it, but this I believe is a 2 milliliter container, and you can see how much product's here. This is 5 milliliter, so I feel like this is very good value. You also get 3 free 75-cent samples with each order. So that's awesome. Now, I mentioned they're a wholesale company and anybody can order from them. What you can do is you can sign up and you can get a free wholesale account. Now, I'm not affiliated with AVAT in any way, shape, or form. I don't get any kickbacks or anything for making this video, but if you create an account, you have more options available. So if you simply go to the website and you don't have an account, you're not logged in, you're going to see that you can still purchase from them. So you can get samples, like these are the samples I told you. You can get milliliters. This is 5 milliliters, 10 milliliters, and there's also 20 milliliters. You can get the milliliters. Now, the milliliters have something called an orifice reducer, or this is a Euro dropper, which gets the oil out drop by drop. The ounce sizes, so they've got 1, 2, 4, and 8, I believe they might have more for the essential oils, do not have that orifice reducer. And I purchased spearmint, so I was looking, and the 1 ounce size, which is 30 milliliters, was a few pennies cheaper than the 20 milliliter size. And you guys know I like getting value for my money. I'm slightly cheap, so I decided to go with the ounce size. I totally forgot there was not an orifice reducer, and I dumped a whole bunch of spearmint into my diffuser. My entire house smelled like toothpaste for about a week. I now hate spearmint. I gave it away. Now, I wasn't that upset about dumping the oil per se because their prices are super affordable. Their prices are so affordable that honestly, had I not heard about AVAT through a reputable Facebook group, and it's called Real Aromatherapy Reviews and More 2.0. So they're awesome, they're unbiased, they have reviews from a variety of companies, including MLMs, which I am adamantly against, but they do have some up there. And they recommended this company. So for example, this is lemongrass. This is 20 milliliters of lemongrass, and this was like $5 or $6. So super affordable. They do have wholesale prices, like I said. Another awesome thing about them is that they are eco-friendly. So they live in a very small town, or they're located in a very small town. They get their boxes from the local high school. They use those boxes to package your material. Your products. Like I said, they do have samples. There's another company out there that has samples which are about the same price, and that is Eden's Botanicals. Now, Eden's Botanicals is actually cheaper if you do the math and you break it out milliliter per milliliter, or break it down milliliter per milliliter. So like I said, most of AVAT's samples are 75 cents, and you get 0.3 of a milliliter. With Eden Botanicals, you get 1 milliliter for $2, most of them. So to get 1 milliliter of samples from from AVAT, it's $2.25. So obviously eating Botanicals is cheaper. However, AVAT has two things going for it. The first thing is I can try 3 samples for about $2, and they also have free shipping of $35 or more, which is Eden's Botanicals is $49 or more. With AVAT, you also get 3 free samples of the 75-cent variety, so that's awesome. AVAT also has a number of sales throughout the year, and you can find out about that if you sign up for their newsletter. So I have given you guys a lot of pros about AVAT. I do want to talk about a few cons. I did mention that their prices are almost too good to be true. They are a wholesale company. Their products are legit. They're therapeutic grade, pure undiluted, whatever you want to call it. Some of their products are diluted, and they do tell you that. They have their GCMS test results available on the website. Now, this is super, super important. There's no label like the certified therapeutic grade, pure therapeutic grade, or anything like that that's going to tell you whether or not it is a pure essential oil. How you can find out if this is a pure essential oil is through lab testing, and that's what the GCM test results show, and you can find those. They are very transparent. They are available on their website. The other negative I have to say is that their website is very, very basic, and they're not that active on social media. So they do have Instagram and they do have Facebook. They don't update it very often. Their website is super basic. So if I compare their website to, for example, Eden's Gardens or Plant Therapy. Eden's Garden and Plant Therapy, I believe, are actively seeking customers. Their websites are awesome. They're amazing. AVAT is not like that. It's just a basic website. You are going to find information on it that is necessary. So their single essential oils have the COA. The COA is the country of origin. They have any certifications or how it was grown, such as wild crafted. They have organic. They're going to tell you how it was distilled, such as cold pressed or steam distilled. They also, as I mentioned, have the GCMS test results available on it. Other than that, there's not a lot of information. They do have some safety information. For example, carrot seed, they mention not safe for use if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. They do caution you about using birch and wintergreen. They say, please do not get this unless you know what you're doing if you're an aromatherapist. But they do not have information about kid-safe oils. So I always cross-reference anything, even if I'm purchasing from Plant Therapy or Eden's Garden. I do look at a variety of sources. I do have, below I'm going to give a description of I do have a blog post where I have compiled a lot of safety information. I'm not an aromatherapist. I'm not studying to be one. I am simply a consumer. I have done the research, what works for myself and my family. I highly recommend you guys do your own research and please get unbiased information. So these MLMs out there, which are doTERRA and Young Living, they are financially vested in making a profit. They don't care about you. They care about their bottom line. They will tell you all essential oils are safe for everyone because they want to sell essential oils. They're going to tell you to go through these essential oils as quickly as possible so you can repurchase these insanely high-cost oils from them and they can make money. So anybody who has a vested financial interest is just not a reputable source in my information. So please cross-reference your information with other people. So I have given you guys some basic information about AVAT. I want to talk a little bit about the product. So this is ginger, fresh. AVAT actually has 3 gingers on the website. So they have a dried one. It's called Cochin. I believe it's from China. They also have 2 fresh ones. One is from Madagascar. This one is from Madagascar, and they also have one from Indonesia. Now, I purchased the more expensive one, which if you know me, that's kind of rare because I am very cheap. But I decided to splurge and just to purchase the more expensive one. So I believe this was almost $10, I want to say, for 5 milliliters. So it was expensive. However, ginger is so strong, I believe that you don't need that much. So this is organic. It's from Madagascar, as I said, and it is steam distilled. So that's the basic information that you have on there. They do have a little bit of information on their website, and they do talk about it being used for a few specific purposes. So one of these is it's a stimulant. It can help with loss of appetite. They also say it can help with impotence. Going along with stimulation, it is known as being a warming oil. So it can kind of help with the blood flow. It can get the blood flow going, and this should be used topically or diffused. You should not be using oils internally unless you're under the care of somebody who knows what they're doing, such as a certified clinical aromatherapist, somebody who's actually studied how this is going to be used internally. Some other things that it can be used for, as I said, with a warming, one of those things is a pre-massage, for example, like a sports massage or something like that. It's also said to be helpful for digestion or cramps. For women, it can help with cramps. I really like it because I feel like it really adds a push or a punch to my citrus oils. I have a lot of citrus oils. I'm at the point where, so citrus oils are very cheap. They're very affordable. So I kind of got started with citrus oils, and I'm just overwhelmed with citrus oils. Now that we're in the fall, the winter season, I really like the punch that it adds, it's the spice that it adds. And I add this to some citrus blends that I make. And it's really awesome because you only need about 1 or 2 drops. And I really like the scent of it. It smells just like ginger to me. It can get a little overwhelming. I find 1 or 2 drops. It's similar to, I would put it as clove, clove, allspice, cinnamon, things like that, cardamom, those spice ones where you don't need that much and it can make a big impact. If you are diffusing, make sure you're diffusing properly. You need about 3 to 5 drops per 100 milliliters, and of course you can use fewer than that. You also need to be diffusing intermittently, and that means on and off again. Mine's 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off, definitely not ideal. It was a cheap generic diffuser. The more ideal ones go about 10, 15, 30 minutes on, then they turn off for an amount of time. You don't need your diffuser on constantly. Just because you can't smell it doesn't mean it's not there. We do build up a tolerance, and going along with that is sensitization. And again, I've got links in my blog about safety. Sensitization is basically you build up a tolerance or an immunity, such as you would with coffee. It just stops working. Or even on the opposite end of the spectrum is you can have some negative effects crop up due to sensitization. Now, I'm going to say in all my videos with safety is that not all essential oils are safe for everyone. Again, please do not listen to these MLM reps or shills because they do come up with a lot of BS, like their oils are natural, so they're safe. There's a lot of things in nature that are natural, and they can harm you or kill you. Let's think about peanut butter, bees, poison ivy. I don't care if this peanut butter is pure. If somebody is allergic to it, they should not be using it. And poison ivy, I don't care how natural it is, I'm not going to be rolling around in poison ivy. It's just, if you think about what MLMs tell you, it's just so illogical. I cannot believe that people actually believe this. But people who are pregnant and breastfeeding, you need to be careful with essential oils. If you have infants or young children, also be careful. If you're on medication, definitely be careful, because some essential oils, what they can do is they can cancel out your medication. And what does that mean? It neutralizes it. It's like your medication doesn't exist. If you're on medication, you want your medication to work. You don't want it to be neutralized. And one example of this is oregano with blood thinners. You can also have it compound your medication, so it ups the dosage. Again, not something you want with medication. If you have any pets, please be careful. So birds are known to be very sensitive to essential oils. You also have ferrets, cats, and dogs. And I know you're going to find some people out there will be like, well, I've had a dog for how many years, and I always diffuse, and they've never had any problems. That's awesome. But all animals are not created equally. Some will have reactions. And I have seen people who have said, I diffused this brand, even if it was an MLM like doTERRA Young Living. I diffused this, and my dog almost died. Okay, so again, it's not about the brand, it's about the oil itself. And please do your research so that you are using your essential oils properly and safely. So I gave you guys a lot of information about AVAT, the company. I want to hear from you guys. I know they don't pop up in searches at all. I did hear about them through, like I said, a Facebook group, a reputable Facebook group. And I want to hear if you've ever purchased anything from them, what you bought and what you thought of it. Please leave a comment below because I love hearing from you guys. Make sure you like this video and give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. I will see you guys later.